When you think of nutrition and then you think of America, what are your first thoughts? Nutrition is an end result of a faulty supply chain system. Most of us are addicted to these processed food tastes. There's so many chemicals in there that when we taste it, our taste buds go, delicious. When in reality, it's just the chemicals they put in the food that makes our brain go, oh wow, this is delicious. Well, it's crap. It literally tastes like blah. No, have some self-restraint, people. Why? Nobody else is gonna do it for you. Nobody else cares about your health more than you care about your health. Nobody else cares about your weight more than you care about your weight. Nobody else is gonna give that much of a shit about you. Let's be real. That's all it really is, man. Better food equals better people. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Saving America with the Ricoverse here. Today I want to talk to you guys about nutrition. Now, what does nutrition have to do with saving America? I'm gonna say it has to do a lot with saving America. When you think of nutrition and then you think of America, what are your first thoughts? Is it extremely healthy people with chiseled bodies and perfect health? Or is it the complete opposite of that? Do you think obesity? Do you think health problems? Do you think mental problems as well? Like, there's so many things revolving around nutrition, bad nutrition especially. So many things revolving around that ignoring the topic and just going, oh, well, it's food, and it's completely, it's asinine and disingenuous. Because if you're not eating healthy, nutritious food, then you are literally doing your body a disservice. And you're doing it a disservice because the nutrients it gets from your food isn't enough to build you a healthy body. You wanted to build a skyscraper, but all you're giving it is clay bricks. It's not gonna happen. It literally is not gonna happen. So, first things first, America has an epidemic of processed food. Holy crap. How much food is processed now in our diets? And when I say processing, I mean how much of our food comes in little packages from big machines that have sorted and done this whole massive thing. If your food comes in a plastic or aluminum package or foil package, and it has ingredients from 3 different continents and has been dehydrated, or the air has come out, or there's been given phosphates and other nitrates, just preservatives and stuff like that. If any of the food has a moderate amount of human labor, that is processed food. All your chips, most of your breads, all the food you find in the freezer, all your sweet treats, everything that is not made, honestly, within the last couple of hours, I would say it's processed food. If you made that shit at home, okay, maybe it's not processed food. But if it came in a bag, and it came with ingredients, and it came with all these other warnings and labels and shit, odds are it's processed food. So that is the food that I'm saying is we need to step away from. Why? In order to get that food into those packages, most of the time, the food has to be dehydrated, and they have to remove everything that can die from the food. Meaning, anything that could have potentially made the food healthy, enzymes, other bacteria, other things that would have made the food healthy, were killed off. So when they put food in packages, they kill off everything that can go bad, because you can't have something that going bad on the shelf for 1 year. That makes no sense. So they kill everything off, they make it inert, and they load it up with a bunch of additives. Most of the stuff that's added nutrients, I don't know, I don't believe that they added the nutrients in a proper way. Sure, you can find iron or whatever the hell, but in what shape is that gonna come? I'm afraid of added nutrients only because where's the source material from? One is not equal to the other. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. Fluoride found in the floor and fluoride found in from hydrofluoric silicic acid are not the same. Yet both of them are lauded as almost similar, but they're not. Let's take it back to the food. What's processed food? Processed food would be ice cream. Real food would be, well, raw milk. Even milk is processed in this point in time. Man, it's so bad, dude. There's so many things. Honestly, if you can eat stuff without a label on it, you're probably making a lot of your own food, but that's actually the best way to go. And even if you are making your own food, think about this. The soil that your food comes from is slowly and slowly and slowly degrading, meaning there's less nutrients in the soil, meaning your food itself has less nutrients. Food from 30, 40 years ago, grown in the same spot, is now less nutritious. Yeah, it's now less nutritious than before. It's insane. It's bound to happen if we keep using the soil in the same way and we don't replenish the nutrients. It's bound to happen. But factory farming has now made it so that the only way to actually farm is mass agricultural farming. Other than that, it's going to be very hard to turn a profit. So these mass agricultural farms, these mass monocrop farms, one crop for fucking miles, they slowly draw out the nutrients of the earth because they don't give it enough time to replenish it. They don't let stuff rot on the fields anymore. It doesn't happen. Everything has to do with one cycle and going faster, and we use fertilizers and we use other types of pesticides and fungicides and everything to kind of mess with nature, but at the same time, the soil is getting laced with all these salts, all these fertilizers, all these pesticides, all these fungicides are remaining in the soil, and little by little, it builds up. Like, it really does build up. The poisons build up on the soil. Then the microbiome of the soil actually also gets reduced because of these poisons. Like, there's so many things that we're not looking at when it comes to nutrition. Nutrition is the end result of a faulty supply chain system, which I've been talking about many times before. So, our processed food is crap. Our nutrient deficient soil is only becoming worse. Let's be real. Even if we all wanted to be healthy, organic vegans, which I don't really recommend that way, but even if we did, we wouldn't be able to grow healthy organic vegetables because our soil is crap. And the vegetables we did grow would be, let's just say, not as nutritionally dense as they could be, as they were maybe 20 years or 30 years, even probably 10 years ago. Besides the supply chain systems, the biggest problem with all of that even just furthers this or just adds fuel to the fire is that most of us are addicted to these processed food taste. There's so many chemicals in there that when we taste it, our taste buds go, delicious. When in reality, it's just the chemicals they put on their food that makes our brain go, oh wow, this is delicious. When it's crap. It literally tastes like blah. It's just a bunch of salts, sugars, and some kind of fats. Probably unhealthy fats too. So we have come to look for food for taste. If it doesn't taste good, we don't want it. We're not doing this for nutrition anymore. We're not doing this to build a healthy body. Everything is for taste. Sometimes you guys eat a salad. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna eat this salad to feel healthy. What the fuck? People view food as a pleasure. I don't. I personally view food as a chore. I have to eat this food in order to become healthy. If I could eat a bar and this bar tasted like bland oatmeal with nothing, but it gave me all the nutrients I needed to be my peak physical condition, I would eat that bar. I don't have this fascination with taste that most people do. But most people that are fascinated with taste, their brain has been hardwired. Your brain has been hardwired because of all those damn chemicals. They have made you into a drug addict for food. And every time you go to the store, you need to buy another fix. This is especially true for sugar. You guys can correct me on this, but I saw somewhere on the internet, right? I saw that sugar set off the same like dopamine receptors that heroin did. So when you eat sugar, it had a similar effect as when you ate heroin, or when you took heroin, I'm sorry. That seems crazy as hell, but it makes sense of why it's so damn addicting. Sugar's not that good for you. It tastes delicious, don't get me wrong, especially real sugar. Real sugar is bomb. Give me some honey all day long. But the fake processed white sugar and the, what's it called? High fructose syrup that they actually use for all the drinks and everything to make them sweeter. That shit cannot be processed by the body, people. That shit can literally not be processed by the body. The body takes it in and goes, what the fuck is this? And then it turns it around, makes it into fat, and then you burn the fat. You can't use the sugar that's in your soda, people. You just cannot. Your kidneys, your blood, your system does not do it that way. It has to convert it into fat. I think 97% gets converted into fat. So if you're drinking one soda a day and you're gaining weight, there's your fucking 1,000 extra calories a day kind of thing. Cut that soda out, and I guarantee you your weight will start to stabilize. Because it happened to me. Well, I started at 16. I stopped drinking sodas and all these sugar drinks. Because if you look at the damn drink, every soda can has what, 30 grams plus of sugar? How the fuck are you supposed to maintain any kind of healthy weight or healthy body with 30 grams of sugar in one drink? And if you're drinking that every day, insane. Stop that. Stop this nonsense, all right? Stop eating food only for taste. Sure, once in a while is good. But even the food pyramid had that right. The food pyramid is garbage for the most part. But it did note one thing at the top, the sweets and all the tasty stuff. That's supposed to be one meal a week kind of thing, or like once in a blue moon kind of thing. Not every meal, every time. Every time I have a little craving, I'll get some of this. No. Have some self-restraint, people. Why? Nobody else is going to do it for you. Nobody else cares about your health more than you care about your health. Nobody else cares about your weight more than you care about your weight. Nobody else is going to give that much of a shit about you. Let's be real. Let's be real. All right? So start giving a shit about yourself. Now, I know. What kind of diet is the best? And I've tried this and I've tried that and this and that and this. Look, I'm not here to advocate any kind of diet. I am not. I am personally a vegetarian by choice. It is not an emotional choice. I don't do it because of the animals, even though I love animals. I do it mostly because I feel much cleaner, lighter, like easier to do things when I don't eat meat. When I do eat meat, I feel like I'm clogged down and I'm being stuck. I have never had a drowsy moment where I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel so weak. No, I don't have that shit as a vegetarian. I've never had those moments. The moments I've had those feelings is when I went back to shitty food, mostly shitty cheese. And I'm not gonna lie, I have eaten meat here and there, and every time I do eat meat, oh my gosh, you bet I can smell it when it comes out. You guys are shitting death. Like just rotting flesh all the time. I'm sorry, too graphic. Let's go back. Let's take it back. I don't care what diet you're in. I just care that you're eating good, healthy, nutritious food. You're always supposed to have good, healthy, nutritious food no matter what your diet is. I personally do believe that your diet is based on a couple things. One, your environment, where you were born, the people you grew up with, the culture you came from that has a certain predisposition to certain enzymes and certain abilities to process certain foods. That, as well as blood type. I don't know why, but I have a strong feeling that blood type does have to do a lot with what your body needs to be at its optimal health. All right, so check that shit out, the blood type thing. And the other thing that you need to check out is, what do you actually want from life? Because I believe diet should be closely related to what your goals are and what your work is in life. The only time I heard this being talked about this way is when Sadhguru was talking about it when it came to the Ayurvedic way of eating. And they don't have a one diet kind of thing. It's like, no, if you have a certain specific kind of job and your lifestyle is a certain specific kind of way, then you will have a certain specific kind of diet. That's what I believe it is. It's going to be based on your culture, it's going to be based on your genetics, and it's going to be based on your goals in life and what are you trying to do. Obviously, a person who's trying to maintain weight and a person who is trying to bulk up or lose weight are going to have all different diets, right? Just be aware of that. Be aware of that. All in all, nutrition is a huge topic that America needs to get its hands on, but it starts mostly with ourselves. Like, really, we as a collective need to stop giving our money to companies, corporations, and agriculture systems that aren't really benefiting us. If you really want to stop monocropping, or monocropping, is that the word? I'm not really sure. If you really want to stop monocropping, might have made it up, then start buying more locally and organic. Start going to your, what's it called? The Saturday shows where everybody, or the trade fairs, or Sunday markets, whatever. Start going to your local markets, start buying more locally, start getting things from a more local standpoint, because that means that food took less energy to get to you. It wasn't flown 3,000 miles away from 2 continents away. No. It's just from like 100 miles away from this farm that was there. That would be the best, because it not only gives you good healthy food. You got to realize when people pluck stuff and send it 3,000 miles away, when they pluck it is not at its ripest. They usually throw something on it to make it ripe on the way here. And they throw something on it so it doesn't become spoiled on its travel here. There are so many things that happen because of our food supply chain, that we have to go from one country to another, to another. It's great that we're able to do this, but it does lead us to live unhealthier lives. So let's start shopping more locally. Let's start getting better food to create better people. That's all it really is, man. Better food equals better people. And that's what we need to do. That's what we need to get to, right? So if you guys agree, if you don't agree, let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, do all the stuff, you know. If you have any ideas on other topics you might want me to start talking about, let me know. I have a lot of ideas and I'm probably going to talk about all of them, but I'm not against getting any help or any feedback. So please, guys, let me know, like, comment, subscribe, do your thing, and until next time, peace.